Honduras is one of the poorest countries in Central America. 3/5 of their population does not have access to grid electricity. A woman named Marina has a small roadside store, and she would serve drinks and sell various things, but she had to close up at dark. And so they're a prime candidate for solar electricity. So I went down there in December. Everyone arrived in the morning with all the equipment to install the system.
Photovoltaics is very portable. We can reach anywhere in the world. We can move panels up and down through jungles, through mountains, anywhere.
The first thing that you need to do when you're putting in a solar power system is figure out how much sunlight do you get in that particular area. In many parts of Central America, the solar resource is very good because it's very close to the equator and the weather conditions are such that they just get a lot of sunlight. So it's an opportune place to use solar energy. The next thing you need to do is figure out what your energy needs are going to be out of that system. Marina's system incorporates the use of a 20-watt photovoltaic panel, which is quite a bit smaller than a lot of the panels that go up. Her little store isn't very big, so you didn't need very many lights. A typical day in Honduras gives you about 5 what we call sun hours of sunlight. So her 20-watt solar panel would probably put out about 100 watt-hours of electricity, just enough to provide a few lights, a radio, a television, perhaps a blender or some other small appliance. Then you need to decide how many batteries you need to use and how many days of storage do you actually need. If you live in a climate where you're likely to have 5 cloudy days in a row, to have no sunlight to power your system, then you would need to have many batteries. It took most of the morning and into the afternoon to get the system installed and all wired up. The entire town, the village nearby, turned out to watch because it was really quite something to see.
El switch para prender la lámpara.
Marina really was very enthusiastic about her solar system. And so the workers coming home from the fields could stop by her store and you would see that light for miles around because it was the only one in the area. And it enabled her to keep her store open late after dark. She also bought a little blender and made tropical fruit drinks. The efforts in Honduras turned out to be very successful. Almost 50 systems were installed in the first year of the program. It's really going to make their lives a lot easier. For the first time, they're conveniently able to do things such as open their businesses at night, watch television, sew, or read. The family can sit around and talk. Social activities are much easier to do after dark. The excitement that it generates is really something to behold. Our group is barely scratching the surface of what needs to be done. Over 3/5 of the world's population do not have any access to grid electricity. And I believe that we'll be still working on this problem for quite some time to come.
You'll have that satisfaction of knowing that you're doing something that's helping the world.